invite Professor Oleyede to please give us his opening remarks.
The representative of His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, the chancellors and pro-chancellors of Nigerian universities here present, particularly those I can recognize, Professor Iya Abubakar of the University of Abuja, Dr. Peter Obeng of the Cross River State University of Technology, Calabar, Honorable Justice A.G. Karibi White of the River State University of Science, Dr. Okon Emmanuel of the Akwa Ibom State University. We specially recognize and welcome you, sir, because of our salary. If we do not recognize you very well, our salary stands threatened. So we specially recognize you, sir. The Secretary General of the Association of African Universities, our own Professor Jegede, the VC of Covenant University, I just told you that he has just come out of detention, because to go to Stellenbosch and organize a conference for that long is very strenuous. So we thank you for having seizing the opportunity to be here. We thank you very much. The Vice Chancellor of Covenant University, our host, Professor Isaac Obayan, dear Vice Chancellor, we want to thank you and appreciate you. The Secretary General of the Association of African Universities is also having here the Secretary General of the Association of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities, Professor Jibril Amin. Professor Amin, as you all know, is a recycled Vice Chancellor. He was Vice Chancellor of the University of Maiduguri for 5 credible years, came back to NUC, serving very well, establishing universities, particularly private universities. Then he had just been recycled as the Vice Chancellor of Federal University, Dutse. So we acknowledge your presence. He's currently the outgoing Honorary Secretary General. My colleague Vice Chancellors who are here, principal officers of the Nigerian universities here present, particularly those of the Covenant University, members of the AVCNU Secretariat, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor for me to welcome you all on behalf of the Vice Chancellors of Nigerian universities to this great occasion. On your behalf, I welcome specially, paradoxically, for me to welcome the Chancellor of Covenant University. It's a paradox that I'm welcoming him, but...
Please, can we rise as we recognize the Chancellor of Covenant University, our chief host, and his dear wife, Dr. David Oyedepo, and Pastor Faith Oyedepo. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir.
Yes, I think that's a very good privilege for me. At least I can act as the Chancellor of this university for once by welcoming the Chancellor. So I welcome you, sir. AVCNU is an offshoot of the Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities. The Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities was established in 1962. And in 1994, it has a marriage with the Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian State Universities. So, on the 24th of February 1994, the name was changed to Committee of Vice Chancellors of Federal and State Universities. As private universities came on board, it became very important, of course, imperative to change the name to Association of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities. As the name suggests, we have gone all over the country to hold our annual conferences, and this is the 26th of the Conference of Association of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities. We must particularly thank the authorities of Covenant University here for hosting this conference, particularly the Chancellor and my own Vice Chancellor, Professor Isaac Obayan, for hosting us very well here. And we thank you very much, the LOC, and all members of the university community for this important occasion that you are hosting us, and you are hosting us very well. We thank you very much. The aims and objective of the Association of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities is to create an avenue for discussing common problems on issues relating to inter-university cooperation, maintenance of academic standards, staff recruitment, staff development, etc. It's also a forum through which the opinion of universities could be expressed on matters of national importance. It's a forum to discuss and take common position on national issues. We seize the opportunity of the AVCNU to address issues of quality assurance, maintenance of standards, and other challenges that may be facing Nigerian universities. It is therefore an honor, a great honor and privilege for us to once again welcome you all to this 26th conference of ours. Let me seize this opportunity to advise my colleagues, distinguished vice chancellors, and indeed eminent scholars here present, that it is stating the obvious that our university system faces enormous challenges as a result of several factors that need no overflogging. Yet, as the universities we run are supposed to provide solutions to problems, I think it is high time we sat down to see how we can create solutions rather than multiply problems. The main challenge that confronts us, from my own understanding as Nigerians, is attitudinal. And I believe that if we change our mindsets from identifying problems and lacks to creating solutions while avoiding distractions, we can achieve a lot with our limited resources. I'm a firm believer in multilateralism, and I'm always persuaded by the saying that a tree does not make a forest. At this stage of our national development, universities have to work more closely together and learn from one another. As a matter of fact, the gap between the gown and the town, too, has to be bridged so that our universities can serve as the engine room of our much cherished socio-political transformation. Teaching, research, and development should be vigorously trinitized as an abiding credo professed by every university and academic, while the grains of this trinity should be plugged back to benefit the society, not gathering dust on some ramshackle shelves in lecturers' offices. Teaching is not enough. we must research. Research itself is not enough. We must produce. In this respect, I would like our universities to explore more ways of doing things together. Nigerian universities should cultivate the practice of organizing joint conferences by 2 or more Nigerian universities, establishing joint academic journals, and facilitating more collaborative supervision of doctoral candidates' dissertations. I think this is important. And without trying to be modest, having been opportuned to serve as the president of the Association of African Universities, this policy thrust must rub on all Nigerian universities so that we can continue to collaborate for the development of our great country. This is the kind of current, in my humble opinion, that should flow across our universities so that each university does not just occupy its own small space without facilitating interaction with others. If we all agree that a tree does not make a forest, and we know that we have not been facilitating the mixing of minds from our various universities much, I urge us to create such partnerships and networks among our universities. I do not know why, for instance, some students of the University of Ibadan cannot spend a semester in their department at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, while those of Nsukka will spend a semester, of course, in Ilorin, and so on and so forth. Our lecturers already mix through sabbaticals and leaves, but the interactions can be made more robust and seamless. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm not so naive as to think that making things happen is very easy. It is not easy. I'm only gratified by the belief that it is doable. When Aristotle said, and I quote, "The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet," unquote. I think he underscored that challenge and multiply, whereas the goal is singular. And the challenges are multiple, whereas the goal is singular. Yet a single fruit in nourishment is worth the bitterness of the challenges. If such partnerships and memoranda of understanding and fixing the days of formalities can begin right here on the ground of Covenant University, among you, distinguished delegates, I will say, why not? Let us start it right from here. It is with humility and with absolute gratitude to God that I declare this conference open. Thank you very much.